the good in me. And I don't mean that you don't see the good in me. I mean that you haven't seen me in a healthy environment. You haven't seen me where my needs are met. You haven't seen me where I'm comfortable. You haven't seen me where I'm confident. You've seen me at family gatherings where I don't have my needs met and I don't have a home base, but then I'm temporarily home basing with my parents, which a lot of stuff comes to the surface and a lot of stuff I need to work on still. Um, and my desire for my family to, not conform to corruption and to be transformed by the renewing of their mind, Romans 12:2, and just the amount of hypocrisy that I truly know of in the way we live our lives is fucking insane, Mom and Dad and everybody else. It's fucking insane the amount of hypocrisy that you choose by paying taxes and supporting the current monetary economy system of America. Capitalism is satanic. Capitalism by nature is literally against God. Anyone ever tell you that? Capitalism is anti-love. It's anti-God. It's anti-human. It's by nature exploit your fellow man for your and only your benefit. Anyway, this analogy, the family stuff, expression, how I've shut down and how I just... So with my family, and especially Kermit, like how I spent the summer, I was just disassociating the whole time. And it's like, I'm at these events where I think about all these people that I love all year long and that I miss. And I'm so excited to see them. But then but then I get back into my family dynamic and I can't fucking stand it, and I struggle to speak my truth because of how shut down I've been, my whole life. And in my understanding of these things, like, I've never had encouragement or support or even much kindness in my understanding of these things from the immediate family. And I also fully needed to take accountability, from 19 to many years after, the dynamic in which I shared this stuff, it didn't feel good. I felt judged. You judged me. I say it like that because a lot of times there wasn't any judgment or emotion or personal thing attached at all, and I was just trying to share real info, and you shut me down because you were projecting your own judgment on me, and then you're feeling judged by me because I'm presenting information that challenges the way you've lived most of your life. So to even contemplate it means you have to face a lot of parts of yourself that you don't want to, and it's just to even contemplate that reality is it doesn't feel healthy or good. So I don't know. There's a lot to it that I empathize for. I really do now. But yeah, back to me is just I've developed this pattern where I, rather than say, hey, this is important to me, it makes it super uncomfortable that you guys all want to drink mainstream Coca-Cola and support these companies, but I've really looked into these companies, their distribution centers, their relationships with native lands, indigenous cultures, and they wage war upon them, and they always have been, and it's not just because they're greedy and they want more money. They already print the money. They have all the fucking money. They create the money. They already own the economy. No. The intention of these corporations is actually sinister. It's actually evil. It's actually completely absent and opposed to good. Completely. It's anti-human. It's anti-life. This little rabbit hole. This is a simple way. I've come to say this for people. The American government was founded on genocide. The American government has never changed their behavior. The American government has only gotten better at hiding their behavior. You think we accidentally wiped out all the natives? Like really, I want to ask the people who really don't see falsehoods in the American system. You don't see the war that we intentionally incite and create across the entire globe. You haven't seen it because the amount of media you're exposed to is so biased and censored, and you don't even know. But you truly don't feel that is wrong. You think this is a God-loving government or something crazy like that. Sorry, I don't mean to belittle or in your opinion. I'm sorry. That's fucking rude. If you actually think like the leaders of this government like love God, then yeah, that's my question. Is like how do you really think about all the genocide? Like that you can't accidentally wipe out an entire civilization of people. Like that's on purpose. And it hasn't stopped. Like we didn't just do that to the Indians and it anyway. I'll get to all the patterns of warfare eventually. Trust me. So my patterns of disassociation and escapism through all this, through the fear and through the shame and through the insecurity and through the judgment and the requirement of shedding those things to be able to express myself. So I've spent the last decade and a half in a severely dysfunctional loop of disassociating and escapism, my discontentment with the realities of our world, by getting as absolutely high as I can. THC and only THC. But like the primo, the dankest danks, the cleanest living soil grown, just nugs rolled in keef, dipped in oil, rolled in keef rather. Hash, finger hash. Anyway, why am I saying these things? I'm glorifying this stuff, like, that I have a good understanding of what quality, plant marijuana is and how it's grown and cared for. Anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I'm really tired. I really might cut this short. It's been my whole life. It's been my whole life. It's what I want to address. My pattern is that's been my relationship with ganja, and that's what ultimately, like, I truly can feel that entities that don't want me to express have encouraged me to maintain this dysfunctional relationship with ganja for so long, and that's a thought and a feeling, I do feel that I know that. But it's an opinion, and it really could be all me. That could, obviously, I've never been possessed, and every time I've flicked that lighter, or I've put that hemp wick over that candle, and I light those greens, it's me choosing it. But I just think of the New Testament when Paul speaks about, like, I understand that I'm doing wrong, yet I continue to choose it. I'm continuing to thwart the thing I want most, the good I want in life. And I just want to share that is that the one thing I really love about myself is my willingness to be honest with myself, and that if I'm deceiving myself or if I'm truly denying or something, like, and the second I know, there's not a challenge or a struggle to let that go or to change. It's like, gosh, I don't even want to use everything I have in here. It's too cool. You've been around a long time. It's like, yeah, this tomahawk actually is bad. Oh, thanks for letting me know. I don't think about it again. I don't touch it again. I don't pick it up. Maybe I disperse of it in a better way, but no, literally, like an idea or a thought or a concept, when I know it really doesn't serve me, it's intentionally designed against my best interest, it's basically effortless to let it go from me, which is why the paradox of my dysfunction and disassociation and coping mechanisms, my patterns is insane. It's because I've been fully aware of it for over a decade, yet I still continue to choose it for over a decade. Even just this week, even just yesterday. So, yeah, like it's a serious battle for me. To really let that go, like to focus my thoughts on the things that are good and noble and lovely and pure and true, and to stop feeding thoughts of everything that's wrong, and then really just being stagnant and not actually taking action or expressing or doing anything about it, other than just like, hey, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad, I'm not going to do it anymore. Why are you not doing that anymore? Okay, that's one thing to do, but how many ripples is that really gonna how far is that really gonna reach? So no, patterning, yeah, expression, letting that go. Yeah. So today I did that, and I feel like 100% like a completely different person. It's insane. Like I can feel the differences in my thoughts and my thinking. My dreams return. Literally, the tension in my body is lessened. My breath, my subconscious breath, is fuller. Yeah, my thinking, my freestyling. Oh my goodness! Don't ever let me smoke weed if you want me to freestyle. Huh. Anyway. Yeah. So I guess just the fear, what's held me back, I don't know. There's a lot more depth there, and I just don't have the words or expressions for it right now. But what ties into this, I have a slash in this, is meeting the survival needs. Because like shedding go of the fear, judgment, shame, and insecurity, and shedding and letting go of the patterns, disassociation, escapism, whatever form your patterns take that don't actually serve your soul development. Like it's something you cling to kind of like get around or just avoid something. Releasing that, but then also the other requirement to have all things released, to have the room to create and express, is to have your needs met, is to have your survival needs met. And before I jump into warfare, that's a thing I could touch on forever. I could segue into my health and everything I have to share. I didn't bring those books. Nutritional warfare awareness are three words that no one's ever said to me ever, that have been in my mind, that kind of summarize the understanding I have of the food here in this nation. And I have a lot to share about that will really help you, truly. And it's not just me. Anything I have to say about this stuff you can find out, tons of other places too. Anyway, oh yeah, so my survival needs, like I actually haven't had my needs met, I feel like ever. I guess I would say, I also remember writing years ago, every moment you exist, you will have everything you need and more. And to a degree that's true. To exist, I have everything I need, but like, to have the quality of life and the security I desire, I've never had anything I need. I've never had more than a week's worth of food, of money, pretty much my adult life. I have never looked at my stockpile of my resources, whether it be money or food or any other tangible resource that actually sustains me. I've never been able to have a collection of that I could observe and say, I'll be able to survive for more than a couple weeks with that. Never once in my entire adult life. Not one time. Literally not once. To this moment, I can say that. Like, I have lived week to week, or less, my whole adult life, um, and there's all kinds of reasons and stories for that. And I just think of that scripture where God's like, God made the swallow or the bird, the barn swallow. Is it the barn swallow? I don't know. There's birds, and surely He loves them. And they don't have barns to store their stuff, or they don't reap and sow, and yet their needs are met every single day. Yet God provides for them every single day. They don't fret or fear or get anxious or worry over meeting their needs. It's something they do every day, but it's part of the natural life cycle. And I don't know. I've always admired that releasing of fear, and it feels really resonant and true. So just that side of this coin that I'm talking about now, I guess. Just kidding. I know. Really tired. Yeah, I'm gonna save warfare for another time. I'm gonna give you just my bullet points here is identifying, addressing, and taking preventative action in all ways about the ways that our air, our water, and our soil have been weaponized against all life on Earth. Not accidentally through carbon emissions, not accidentally through oil spills, not accidentally through no, intentionally, no, like on purpose, like that's war. So a simple phrase, 3 words that the biggest thing you can do right now. You don't need to hear about anything I have to say about the details of this and that, or avoid this product, or know these distributors, know these farms. Where does this come from? Oh, that's from a laboratory. That's not even food. Anyway, boycott bad business. It's that simple.